That'll make it hurt.
Hi friends, this is Ash, and in this YouTube video, I am going to talk about the option strategy which is known as Jade Lizard option strategy and its adjustment. The portion of Bank Nifty in which I am going to apply this strategy is a very consolidated portion of Bank Nifty, and this is the portion I am going to apply this strategy. 3rd July to 13th July. So this is the previous expiry. Before I move forward, let me tell you one thing, that this strategy is actually very good when you are applying it into a directional market like this market, this portion of market. If you apply this strategy, then it will give you very good returns. But a very consolidated type of market, it may not give you very high returns. To apply this strategy, you need to have a very good knowledge about how to read charts, because when you are applying this strategy, you need to know that which direction market actually going to move. If you do not know how to read charts, then I actually made one video. You can see that video. I gave a link in description below. So you can go through that video. It will be very helpful. Before moving further, let me tell you that I am going to apply this strategy in such a way that my Bank Nifty is very bullish, and a Bank Nifty could actually touch 47,000 strike price. But in reality, as you can see, the Bank Nifty doesn't touch 47,000 strike price. Actually, it came down. So I'm going to apply this strategy with a very bullish view in my mind, and we are going to see what kind of adjustment we need to do for that. And I am also going to show you one more thing in this video, that if you apply this strategy for the bearish to sideways market, then how much profit you are going to make with the strategy. So you can compare it, how much profit you are going to make if your view is in line with the market. So without any further delay, let's move on to the option strategy builder. Okay, this is Opstra options platform, and in this platform I am going to show you how you are going to make the strategy. So I already selected Bank Nifty, and I'm taking expiry of 27 July. If you are very bullish view, then you need to sell in the money of call option. So I am going to take the premium around 1000 and going to sell around 2 lots with a strike price of 44,600 call, which is in the money, right? I'm going to buy same lots at the money with a strike price of 45,500 call. Now, this is how your payoff chart will look like with the sell and buy. Now, you are going to sell put option. So, I am going to sell put option below 8 delta. So, I am taking this around 43,700 strike price. And I'm going to add 4 lots. So, this is how your payoff chart will look like. You are currently making 4,500 rupees loss if the market actually goes up. And if the market basically consolidated and came down with the consolidation, you are almost making 22,000 rupees. But my recommendation is that you need to sell at least enough put options, so you are almost making a break even loss. So I'm going to sell even more, 2 more lots. Now I'm making around 3,000 rupees loss, which is good enough. And one more thing that I like to tell you, that you need to sell put option as far as possible, because if the market going to come down, then this put option which you sold of around 6 lots is going to give you very high losses. As you can see here, around 15,000, 16, 20,000 rupees loss is there, as you can see with the blue line. Blue line is basically your current profit and loss line. If the market comes down in a single day, it's almost going to give you 21,000 rupees loss. After that, it actually going to give you unlimited. So it is advisable to actually sell put option as far as possible. So my recommendation is that you should sell your put option below 8 delta, and the amount of margin that you are going to use is around 5 lakh rupees, and maximum profit is around 5% of your invested fund, which is around 23,900 rupees, and the probability is around 43% only. We are going to do our adjustment in a such a way that this probability is going to vary. You do not need to worry about that, but there are chances that you could get losses in some instance, but that losses will be not very huge. It will be very regulated loss. If your view is very bullish, then this is how your payoff chart will look like. And I will quickly show you, if you are very bearish with a view, then how this strategy will look like. This is what your payoff chart will look like if your view is very bearish. Okay, as you can see, you can make this strategy with a very low fund also. With around 2 lakh rupees, you can make this whole strategy, make around 11,000 rupees profit. And in the upside, the maximum loss is unlimited. And in the downside, the maximum loss is 3,000 rupees. So this is the payoff chart of the strategy. Let's move on to the simulator. Okay, this is an option simulator. And I already entered all the dates and expiry dates. So let's quickly make the strategy. As my view is very bullish, so I'm going to sell call option in the money. So I'm selling 2 lots, going to buy 2 lots at the money. And now I'm going to sell put option below 8 delta as far as possible from the at the money strike price. So I'm taking 44,300 strike price, going to sell 8 lots. Okay, this is how my strategy will look like. And I'm almost making 8,000 rupees, 8,500 rupees loss if market goes up. So my view is very bullish and I can actually make 51,000 rupees profit. So let's move on with our simulation. And in between, I am going to discuss the rules and regulation which we are going to need for our adjustment. So let's move on with the next day. Okay, next day market basically goes up. You need to continuously check the market is actually going down or up. So we are going to do our adjustment according to the movement of the market, right? So you need to see the spot price if it is increasing or decreasing. As you can see that market is gone up and put op premium is actually gone down. We are not going to do adjustment very frequently. We will wait for the premium to almost decay enough that there will be no significant premium left. So let's move on to the next day. Okay, next day again. So in the next day, as you can see, the market actually gone down and the premiums are still around 25 rupees. But I'm not going to do any adjustment. The market basically is around the same zone as you can see, and the premiums are around 15 rupees only. So I will wait. I will not be going to square off this position yet. So let's move on to the next day. Okay, the bank nifty actually gone down significantly. And in the put sell option, as you can see, the premiums are actually very insignificant. So now we are going to do our adjustment. So I'm going to book this. Now let me tell you our first rule. In our first rule, and that is if movement of market is in down or up direction, then there is an insignificant premium left in break even sell option. Then square off that sell option and square off of the call or put option, which is not in align with market direction. Add same lot of break even, same sell side option below 8 delta strike price. If the premium of break even sell option increase to double, then square off it and add same lot in opposite sell option. Okay, now as per our rule, we are going to do our adjustment. Since the market, in this case, Bank Nifty actually gone downside, we are going to the direction of the market. So since call buy options means that the market is actually going up direction, but it actually going downside. And as you can also see that we are actually making 3,460 rupees loss in both of them. So we are going to square off one lot only, which is basically half lots one. After that, we are actually square offing put side option. So we are going to sell 8 lots of put option again, even though the market is actually going down. Remember this. Okay. Okay. My previous premiums were around 10 rupees. So I am not going very far from those premium. I am actually selling around 17 rupees only, which is very less, around 5 delta only. The reason that I am actually not going for the 8 delta or more is because I do not want the market down and this strike price is going to give me losses. So I'm not actually want to take any kind of losses and I do not want the market go very down. So that is the reason I'm not going for very high premiums for the put sell option. Now my payoff chart will look like this. If I took strike price very close and market actually came down, then I'm going to get loss. As you can see, there is a huge unlimited loss. Moving on further, the next day. Now the premiums actually gone down around 8 rupees and the market has basically gone up. As you can see with the strike price, the market actually gone up and there is only 8 rupees only left in the strike price, which is very low. So I'm going to do adjustment. And in this case, we have a second rule. And according to our second rule, if the movement of the market changes after the adjustment, we are going to square off break even sell option and square of call or put option which is not in align with the direction of market, and restore the previous square of call or put option. Add same lot of break even same sell side option below 8 delta strike price. If the premium of break even sell option increase to double, then square of it and add same lot in opposite sell option. We are going to do the same thing. We are going to square off this option as the premiums are very insignificant left, that is in the put side. Other than that, we are going to square off this call option since it is not in line with the direction of the market. And we are going to restore our call buy option 45,100. Now I'm going to sell 8 lots put option around 16 premiums. Now our strategy will look like this. Let's move on further with the next day. As you can see, the market actually gone downside and there is no loss in the premiums in the put side. Let's move on to the next day. There is almost not a significant movement in the market, but the premiums are actually gone down and I'm actually having only 5 rupees premium left in the put side. We are going to do the same thing. Since the market actually gone up, we are going to square off this position. But we are not going to do any adjustment in the both the side, call sell side or call buy side. The premiums are very less in the call buy side as the market is basically consolidated. Let's add our position. Let's directly move on to 330. Okay, at 330 you can see we are actually making 7,700 rupees profit and the premiums are actually gone almost zero. This is the profit we are actually getting after the adjustment. And as you can see, we are basically into one-sided profit totally. But if you see that after this, the market actually gone up very aggressively. So this adjustment is basically very good. We are making 7,800 rupees profit for the weekly expiry. And this is all the rules and regulation for the adjustment of the market. So this strategy is basically for the very directional moving market, but we actually applied it on a very consolidated market. This portion of the Banknifty. I'm going to show you also if we are applying it with the bearish view, how much profit we are going to make. I'm just quickly show it to you. I'm not going to show you all the adjustment. There are same rules and regulation for the adjustment. So let me show you quickly. So as you can see that this is how our payoff chart will look like if we apply this strategy with a bearish view. So we are almost going to make only 7,000 rupees profit only. But since this Bank Nifty portion which we actually applying this trade is very consolidated one, and as well as it is channel type consolidated market, because of that we are not making any good profit. As you can see with the payoff chart, that is a directional. The strategy is good for the directional market. If you apply it in the consolidated market, then it will not going to give you that much of profit. But if it apply in directional market, then this strategy is going to give you very good returns in one direction, as you can see it. This is it for the video, and I'm going to make a part 2 of this video in which I'm going to talk about a trend reversal in which we are going to apply this strategy, this type portion of where we can clearly see there is a V formation forming. And let's see in the next video. Thank you and stay tuned. Thank you very much.